Thank you very much. Your Holiness Morin Mar Besulis Merthoma Matthews III, Your Grace Dr. Yohanan Mar Dimitrios, Most Reverend Mar Kurikos Barni Kulangara, my dear friend Honorable MLA Shri Pradyuman Rajputji, Reverend Fathers, distinguished dignitaries, members of clergy, and my dear brothers and sisters in faith. A very good afternoon to all of you. May the grace and peace of the Almighty be upon this sacred gathering. Standing here today at the valedictory celebration of the Golden Jubilee of the historic church, I feel more blessed than honored. 50 years is not merely a number. It is a journey of prayer, perseverance, and purpose. This Jubilee is not only a celebration of time, it is a celebration of trust. Trust between generations, trust in faith, trust in the mission of serving humanity with humility and compassion. This church has not just built a congregation, it has built a community, a family rooted in love, service, sacrifice, and moral courage. India's story is unique. We are not just a nation. We are a civilizational idea that has flourished for thousands of years on the strength of diversity, spiritual depth, and coexistence. Our constitution beautifully reflects this heritage. Articles 25 to 30 guarantee the freedom to every citizen to profess and practice one's faith, to preserve one's culture, and to establish and administer educational institutions. This is the essence, yes, this is the essence of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas, the timeless mantra of New India given by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. It will not be out of place here to mention, as few minutes ago, His Holiness was speaking about the eradication of poverty from the society, and he was giving an idea, a vision to all of you for the next 50 years with this Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. It will not be out of place here to mention that in the past 11 years, 25 crores Indians, brothers and sisters, have been uplifted from the poverty line. The hard work done by all 140 crore Indians in the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. And this inclusive spirit is exactly what makes Golden Jubilee of this church so meaningful. Because your journey is not just the story of a religious institution, it is the story of India itself. But while we celebrate our pluralistic ethos, we must also acknowledge that challenges remains. There are communities, especially minorities, that continue to face barriers in access to opportunity, education, and representations. It becomes our collective responsibility as government, as institutions, as citizens, and I feel under the leadership of our Chief Minister Srimati Rekha Gupta ji, our government feels it. This is our responsibility to ensure that development reaches to the last person, the unseen and unheard and unreached. This is the philosophy of Antyodaya. For us, Antyodaya is not a political slogan. It is a moral mission to uplift the weakest, to empower the marginalized, and give voice to the voiceless. Only then we will achieve the dream of Atmanirbhar Bharat, a self-reliant nation built on justice, compassion, and equal opportunity. This vision similar to what His Holiness was sharing for next 50 years with the community few minutes ago. The education department firmly believes the true education must be rooted in Indian ethos and yet empowered by global excellence. Our great thinkers have said, education, and I quote, education must be nourished by fundamental conceptions of Indian life and genius and must emerge from a synthesis of the best of the East and the West. This is exactly what the new National Education Policy NEP 2020 envisions. Education that shapes intelligence, refines character, and instills responsibility. Education is not just creating employable youth. It is about nurturing enlightened citizens, men and women who stand tall with faith, wisdom, and courage. I want to place on record my deep appreciation for the Mar Gregorius Orthodox Church and its institutions, especially St. Gregorius School, Dwarka, and your community outreach programs. Your work in education, healthcare, charity, and social upliftment is not just commendable, it is inspirational. You represent the true spirit of seva, service that is silent, sincere, and selfless. Your initiative echo the philosophy of Antyodaya, reaching the last, the least, and the lost. This is what Vikasit Bharat stands for. A nation where development is not measured only by numbers, but, yes, a nation where development is not measured only by numbers, but by dignity, empathy, opportunity, and shared progress. As our nation enters the historic Amrit Kal, the 25 years journey leading to 100 years of independence, we are building a vision of India that is morally strong, technologically advanced, and spiritually rooted. A vision where every temple, mosque, gurdwara, church contributes to the song of India's unity. St. George, whose life is a symbol of courage, sacrifice, and victory of good over evil, reminds us that true test of faith is not in comfort, but in courage. We too must defeat the dragons of prejudice, inequality, and indifference with the lance of compassion, understanding, and justice. This message transcends religions and inspires every Indian today. As you complete 50 glorious years, I pray that the decades ahead bring even greater strength, unity, and purpose to this church. May your light continues to illuminate families, guide your young minds, and strengthen the moral fabric of our society. Thank you for inviting me here. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Delhi. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir, for your gracious presence and